Hi, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So welcome to DurgaSoft. We started MySQL batch 2 days ago. This is our third demo actually. But let me give you a small introduction once again. I can see we have new students today also. So as I said, we already done with 2 demos, but in just 5 to 10 minutes, I'll try to give the, you know, I'll try to explain once again what we were discussed in the previous days, and then we will continue with today's concept. Okay. So first of all, we discussed about database and SQL. Okay. So database is nothing but the place where we will store all the data. Okay. So obviously in every domain, in every company, whatever we are doing today, we are generating lots and lots of data, right? So as we are generating so much of data, definitely there should be some good systems where we can store that data, right? So that's where databases came into existence actually. Database is a place where we will store the data, or we can say it is a collection of the data. Okay. And then what is SQL in the sense? The full form of SQL is structured query language. Basically, SQL is a language which is used to communicate with the database. Of course, we will store data inside database, but whenever we wanted to fetch the data, that is whenever we wanted to see any particular data, definitely we need to use some language to communicate to the database, right? I mean, we should use something in between so that we can able to convey our needs to the database, right? So in that process, we are using SQL as a language. We will use SQL to communicate with the database. Okay. And then what is MySQL in the sense? Here in our course, we are going to learn MySQL. Basically, SQL is a universal declared language. Okay, it is a standard language. All the concepts, whatever we will work on SQL are from SQL only. But to use SQL, we have so many tools in the market. We have so many databases in the market like Oracle SQL, MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, like that. We have so many, tools in the market. From that, we are using MySQL tool to learn in this course. The reason why we are choosing MySQL in the sense it is an open source platform. That means it is freely available for everyone. Okay. And that is the reason most of the companies nowadays are preferring to use MySQL. And it is a product from Oracle company. Okay. So this is the user interface of, MySQL. I didn't show the installation process till now. Maybe tomorrow I'll just show the installation process. Okay. Once we open MySQL Workbench, you can able to see like this. Okay. This is menu bar. This is toolbar. We have some options in it, and you can see something called as schemas here. Below schemas, you can find the list of the databases available. Okay. How many databases you will create? That database list, the database names you can find here in this section. Okay. But by default, whenever we install the software, we can able to see only sys database. After that, whatever you create, that database names you can find here. Okay. And below, this is the information section. If we are selecting anything from here, that information we can able to see in this information section. Okay. And this is a SQL file. Basically, we will open a new file to write. This is an editor page, I can say. Here only we will write all our queries. Okay. So to open a new SQL file, we have two options. Either in menu bar, first option, that is file. Inside file, we need to click on new query tab, second option. Okay. If I'm clicking on new query tab, you can see one more new file is open for me. Or else even we have a shortcut that in the toolbar first icon. Okay. So if I'm clicking that option also, I can able to see that we can able to open a new file. Okay. Any option is fine. So this is the editor page. Here only we will write all the queries. Okay. And in this file, within every file, we will find some more options here. That is nothing but after writing any queries, if we want to save that file into our system, we will click this save button. And to open already saved files, we'll click on this folder icon. Suppose if I'm clicking on the folder icon, it will ask me, it will allow me to open any of the files like this. Okay, like this. We can open by using this, by clicking this folder icon, first icon. And the third icon is execute button. After writing every query to see the output, we need to execute, right? So this is the execute button. If we are clicking on the execute button, we can able to see the output in the output section here. This is the output section at the bottom. Okay. So that's it. This many options. I mean, this is enough for now. Going forward, we will learn about some more options. Okay. Next, we have something called as comments in SQL. Okay. In like any other programming language in SQL also, we have comments. We have two types of comments actually, single line comment and multi-line comment. Okay, in single lines comments is nothing but if we don't want to execute anything, we will just keep it inside the comments. That is, whatever we write inside comments, that is non-executable. Single line comment in the sense we will use two symbols, either this symbol, this two hyphens, or else hash. You can see here whenever I'm writing notes, either I use symbol or hash, because this is the notes, I don't want to execute them. So that is the reason I kept this, I wrote this inside quotes. Likewise, even we will have multi-line comments. That is, as a paragraph or multiple lines, if we wanted to write inside the quotes, then we will use multi-line comment. Okay, this is the start of the comment, that is hash and star. This is the end of the comment, star and hash. In between, whatever we want, we can write. Okay, basically, whatever we write inside comment, that is not executable. That is about comment. And then we need to understand about database. As I said, database is nothing but it's a collection of data, right? First, we will create the database. Inside database, we will create the tables. Okay, so to create everything here, in SQL, for everything, whatever we will do, we have some syntaxes. Okay, syntax is nothing but you can consider them as a formula or a rule. Okay, we will follow that syntax to do any particular task in SQL. So to create database also we have a syntax, and the syntax is this one: create database name. Okay, that is what I did. Create database, I gave database name as SQL demo 1. Just to show you, I'll change the name as demo 2 and I'm creating once again. I'm selecting like this and I'm creating and I'm executing here by clicking on the third icon. You can see, if we see green color tick mark like this, that means it executed successfully. Okay, to see this SQL demo 2 database name in this list, we need to refresh here. We have a refresh icon here. I'm just refreshing. Now I got the SQL demo 2 database. Okay, if we expand this, in every database, basically we have 4 sections, that is tables, views, stored procedures, functions. We will learn everything. But for now, we are concentrating on the tables. Going forward, we will see what are views, what are stored procedures, everything we will learn. Okay, so we created our first database, and after creating the database, we need to activate the database, because here I'm having so many databases, right? Whatever database I wanted to use, that first I need to activate it. Then only SQL will understand I'm going to use that particular database. Okay. So to activate the database, we will use command, and the syntax is use database name. That is what I wrote, use SQL demo 2. I'm executing this. You can see it got highlighted right now. This particular database is got highlighted. SQL understood that we are going to use this database. Going forward, whatever we will execute, all the queries will be executed under this database only. Okay. Every time on daily basis also, whenever we are working, first we need to activate the database, then only we need to work. Usually in real time, we will connect to only one database, that is our client's database. So no need of activating. But in learning process, maybe we will use different databases, right? That is the reason we need to activate. Okay, and we created our database, we activated the database. Next step is that we need to create the table. Actually, as I said, we are done already 2 sessions, yesterday and day before yesterday. I'm just trying to repeat whatever I taught yesterday, because I can find some new students today. And that is the reason, as I'm repeating the concepts, I'm just trying to explain a little bit fast. If you have any doubts, if anyone cannot understand, you can just ask me. Okay. Even you can unmute yourselves and ask me, or else even you can, type your questions in chat box.
Ma'am, my name is Praveen. I have one query.
Okay.
I saw your 2 recordings on YouTube.
Okay, fine.
The query is that whatever query you have been executing on the workbench, Can we execute on the command line?
Of course, we can execute in the command line also. It will work, no problem.
Can you show
Everything,
in feature, ma'am?
I'll show going forward, okay?
Okay.
Once we are done with demo classes, I'll show you how we will use command line prompt also. And someone asked me to show SQL Server user interface also. I'll show that one also. We'll create one database and we will try to see the user interface of SQL Server also once we are done with our demo classes. Okay.
And
And
one more thing is that I installed Workbench, but I cannot able to establish the connection. So can you
okay,
please?
yeah. Sometimes that problem will happen. You will find an error called as no connection established. We need to follow some steps. Tomorrow I'll show you that steps. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Fine. And Kathy Norman, what about you? Did you watch my demo videos? Because I think Srikanth already attended the session. Uh,
Yeah,
I,
yes. Yesterday I have attended and I have
yeah.
taken the admission.
Okay, great. So one more student also already took the admission, but she didn't attend it today. Praveen is saying he already saw the demo videos. What about you, Katie Norman? If already saw the demo videos, I'll continue with today's class. That is the reason I'm saying. Do you want me to repeat yesterday's class? Are you there? He's not responding. What to do? Do you guys want me to continue from here, or else do you want me to start today's concept, that is sublanguages?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
We
you
can.
can start with today's
Yeah. Let me start
Divya.
actually.
Yeah.
Let's start. Okay. And Katie Norman, I don't know whether you are unable to speak or whatever it is. If you are interested, as you attended class today, you will get a mail from admin team where you can find the demo videos. Okay. Please see yesterday's demo video so that you can understand about the basics. If you have any doubts going forward, you can ask me. Okay. So let me start today's concept, that is sublanguage. So we already understood how to create the table, how we will insert the data, and how we will see the output by using select command. Right now, the next concept is sublanguages. Basically, in SQL, we have 5 sublanguages. That is DDL, DML, DCL, DCL, and DQL or DRL. Okay. So let me show you one picture quickly. So these are the commands. Okay. DDL, as I said, DDL is nothing but data definition language. DML is nothing but data manipulation language. Okay. DCL in the sense data control language. TCL in the sense transaction control language. DQL in the sense data query language. Under each language, again, we are having some commands here individually. Okay. So we will now in this class, we will try to understand all the commands detailing. Okay. So first one is DDL, that is nothing but data definition language. Okay. And we have comments like, you can see my screen, right? Okay. So in DDL, under DDL, we have some commands like create command, okay, alter command, drop, truncate, rename. Okay, this 5 commands comes under DDL. DDL is nothing but data definition language. Under DDL, we have 5 commands. Let's see one by one. First one, create command, we already discussed, so I'm not repeating once again. Okay, create command is basically used to create any database object, right? Database objects is nothing but it can be tables, views, stored procedures like that. We already saw how to create the table. We already saw the syntax. So I'm not repeating again, right? This is the syntax. Right? So Next command is alter command, but before alter, let me explain about drop command. Okay. So what is drop command in the sense? Suppose if we wanted to, let me activate SQL demo 1 actually. Yesterday we created table in that database only. Right? So use SQL demo 1, I guess. In that first, let me select star from employees table. We already created employees table yesterday. This is the output. We created 4 rows into it, right? Now let's use this database only. So what is drop command in the sense? Suppose after creating any tables, if we wanted to remove that table completely, we already created employees table, but we realized that this table is not useful for us. I completely wanted to remove employees table permanently from my database. Then we need to use drop command. Drop command is basically used to remove tables permanently from database. Okay. Not only tables, if we wanted to remove database also, we will use drop command only. Okay. So, and the syntax will be drop table name. Okay. Simple. So to show you drop command, how drop command will work, let me create one more table. Maybe the same table. We already have only one table, right? I don't want to remove this. So that is the reason what I'm doing. I'll just go to this file, same employees table, but I'm just giving name as employees1. Okay. Because with the same name, we cannot create one more table, right? If we are creating, it will throw us error stating table already exists, right? That is the reason I'm just changing the table name as employees1, creating it. It got created. Let me insert the data, insert into employees1. Okay. I inserted the data. Now let me display the data. Select star from employees1, right? We got the table. Suppose I'm refreshing here, you can check I got 2 tables now, employees and employees1. The reason why I created employees1 in the sense I wanted to show you how we will use drop command, right? So let's see, drop table employees1. So we already have tables here. 2 tables are same only. I don't want employees1, so I'm just dropping it. Okay. The syntax is drop table name. So I'm selecting, I'm executing. You can check here employees1 got removed. Now once again, if I'm executing select star from employees1, it will throw me error stating table doesn't exist because we already removed the table. Complete table will be removed. Whatever data we have inside the table structure, everything will be removed. Okay. That is about the drop command, easy command. Whenever we wanted to remove something, we will use drop command. Example, if we wanted to remove a database, okay, to drop the database also, we need to use drop command only, drop database name. Okay, suppose if I wanted to drop SQL demo 2, I'll say drop database SQL demo 2, completely database will be removed. Inside the database, if you have any tables also, everything will be removed at a time. Okay. So drop will be used to remove tables as well as databases. Next, we have alter command, very important command. Basically, in alter command, we have 5 use cases. That is, in 5 different ways we can use alter command. So let's learn one by one. First one is that alter is used to add any new column in the existing table. Suppose select star from employees. We already created this table, but while creating, we gave 4 columns, right? Just now I realized that I wanted to add one more column into this employee's name, right? So for the already created table, for the already existing table, if we wanted to add a new column, we will use alter command. Okay. How we add columns actually, while creating the table itself, we define the column names, right? But after creating the table, if we wanted to add any other column, then we will use alter command. And the syntax will be like alter table name. We need to use a keyword called as add column. We are going to add column, right? So add column name and data type. Whenever we are defining column names, we will define the data type. We know that, right? In create command also, we will do the same. In create command also, while defining data column names, we will define the data types, right? Here also the same thing. Okay, so this is the syntax. Let's see. Alter table name is employees, add column. Let me add a column name called as bonus. Okay, and I'll give float as an integer. Maybe int is also okay. Why float? In the sense it will accept decimal values also, right? Normal numbers as well as decimal values will be accepted whenever we are using float. Correct? So this, now let me execute. It got executed. Now let's display the data. Select star from employees. We will get a new column called as bonus, right? But I didn't enter the data so far. That is the reason it is showing me null by default. If I enter the data, it will show me that data. But for now, what I did, I just defined the new column name. We didn't insert any data. So only that column name it is showing me. It is by default, it is providing me null values here. Okay. So that is the first use case of alter command. We can add a new column by using alter command in the existing table. Okay, I hope it is clear.
Ma'am, I have one doubt. Can we write line number 40 on line beside on line number 39?
Of course, in one line also we can write. Here, like this also it will work, no problem. If
Okay.
I'm writing like this, it will be, easily,
No,
it will be,
actually,
yeah.
first time I saw this workbench because I was working on Linux, so they were using on terminal.
Okay. I
That's
got
why
it.
I told you to show me on the command line as well.
And no problem. I'll show you on the command line itself also. And we can use the same syntaxes there. Even you can write in a single line, even you can write in multiple lines, no problem. Reason why I prefer to write in multiple lines in the sense it is easy to read, right? Easily
Right.
we can remember those things. That is the reason. Or
Okay.
else no problem. In one line also we can write. Okay,
Okay.
fine. So the second use case of alter command is that it is used to remove any column from the existing table. That is, suppose I have one table, I defined some columns here. Okay, then I realized I don't want one column. I wanted to remove that column only. Only one column I wanted to remove. Then again, we will use alter command only. Okay, the syntax will be like alter table name. Now I'll use a keyword called as drop. To add a new column, we will use a keyword called as add inside alt. Okay, add a column name and data type. Right here, alter table name, drop column name. Okay, so alter table name is employees, drop column name is maybe bonus. Whatever we created just now, I'm just trying to remove that. Okay, so let's do this. I'm executing. It got executed successfully. Now let's check once again. Select start from employees. Now you can see the bonus is removed. If I'm refreshing here also, bonus got removed because we just dropped the column, right? So these are the two use cases. First one, to add a new column also in the existing table, we will use alter command only. For removing any existing column also, we will use again alter command only. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in between. Okay. So now the next use case, that is the third use case of alter, is it is used to change data type of any column in a table. Okay. That is, while creating the table, we will define column names, and while defining the column names, we will define the data types, right? Suppose later, if we wanted to change any data type, then we will use alter command. For example, yesterday we understood about the difference between char and varchar, right? If we are using char, memory will be wasted, whereas in varchar, our memory won't be wasted, right? As we understood that difference, maybe using varchar is better, so, right? So now I wanted to change employee name column. We used char, right? Let's change that char to varchar. Change employee name data type from char to varchar. Okay, so for changing data type, again, we will use alter command only. The syntax will be alter table name. We'll use a keyword called as modify here. Modify column. And we will directly give the column name, new data type here. Column name, new data type. Okay, so alter table. Table name is employees. Modify keyword, column. Column name is employee name. What we wanted to change the new data type varchar. Maybe I'll give the size as 10. Okay, let's check. It got executed. Now here we have char. Let me refresh. Now we got varchar, right? Like that. So whenever we wanted to change data types also, we will use alter command only. But inside alter, we will use modify keyword. If you remember, I said one point that all the syntaxes, whatever we are using in MySQL, syntaxes will be same in any other database also. That is, the same syntaxes we will use in SQL Server, PostgreSQL, like that, right? But sometimes there will be some changes. Like till now, whatever we learned, all the syntaxes are same in every database except this one. Okay. This third use case, use it to change data type of any column is there. No, whenever we wanted to change the data type, we will use alter command obviously. But in MySQL, our syntax will be like this. Okay. In MySQL, our syntax will be, we will use alter and modify. But in other databases like SQL Server, what is the syntax in the sense? Alter table name. Here, modify keyword won't be available. It won't work. Again, we need to use alter only. Okay. Alter, column name, new data type. Everything is same. Only instead of modify, once again, we will use a keyword called as alter in any other databases. In MySQL, we will use modify. Okay, that is the only difference. Remaining all syntaxes are same only. So this is about third use case of alter command. Okay, I hope it is clear.
Ma'am, do we have any query to check the data type? Because here we are getting information on the workbench at left hand side. So is there any query to
Of
check?
course, we have. Yeah, I will try. Basically, we have a query to create a table syntax. So the syntax will be show create table employees. Basically, in integrity constraints concept, I will explain about this. But as you asked now, only I'm saying. So whenever we are, executing create table, we will write one query. But after executing, SQL will take the query in a different way. So whenever we wanted to see, sometimes, while creating the table, we will define the data, we will define the column names, we will define the data types. Going forward, we will have a concept called as integrity constraints. We will define them also on the column names. But every time we won't do all the work, right? We will work on already available database, correct? Someone will create the table, someone will define the integrity constraints. We will start working on it, right? We need to know what are the integrity constraints we have in that particular table. Suppose if it is data types, we can see here in the information section. But integrity constraints we can't find here. So to check the integrity constraints, or else as you ask to check the data types, we can use this syntax, that is show create table name. That is, we are asking to SQL that just show me the create table syntax for employees table. Okay. If I'm executing this thing, we will get output like this. Table name is employees. Create table syntax is this one. We can copy this. I'm just pasting it here. This is a complete syntax what SQL. Okay. Create table. Table name is employees. Employee ID. Integer data type. We didn't define integrity constraints till now. So it is saying default null. Okay. Employee name varchar. About this default null, what is integrity constraints? We will learn detailing integrity constraints concept. Okay, we will have some constraints like primary key or not null. If we define them, then it will take that particular integrity constraint. If we didn't define any of that constraint, by default it will take it as null. Okay, let's see that in that class detailing. But for now, by using this syntax, we can check the data types. For salary, we gave float. For date of joining, we gave date, right? If we define any integrity constraints, that also we can able to see in this only. I mean, at this point of time on employees table, we didn't define any constraint, right? That is the reason it is just showing us column names as well as the data types. Clear, Praveen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So like this, even by using this query also, we can check the data types. If we have any integrity constraints also, we can pick. Okay, so this is a third use case of alter command, right? Next, fourth use case. By using alter command, even we can use it to change the column name. Okay. Suppose while defining table, we will define column names and data types. So if I wanted to change the column name, I realized or I want to change any column name, then again we will use alter command only. The syntax will be alter table name. Here we will use a keyword called as rename. Rename. We are going to rename the column, right? So we will use column keyword. Then we will say old column name to new column name. Okay, that is alter table. Table name is employees. Rename column. Suppose DOJ is there. I'm just changing that completely. Date of joining. Okay. I'm giving a full name, that is date of joining. I'm just renaming column name here, right? So let's see. I'm executing this. It got executed. Let me refresh. Now I got date of joining completely. Like that. If suppose we wanted to change the column names, we will use alter command only. Okay. So these are the four use cases we have. First use case is that if we wanted to add a new column in the existing table, we will use alter command. Second one, if we wanted to remove any column also, we will use again alter command only. If we want to change the data types also, we will use alter. If we wanted to remove, if we wanted to change any column name, also we will use alter command only. And the last, that is fifth use case is that alter command is also used to add any constraint on the already created table. Okay. So suppose I already created the table. While creating the table also, we can add integrity constraints, or else for the already created table, if I wanted to add integrity constraints, again we need to use alter command only. Okay, this is the fifth use case. But at this point of time, we don't know about what is constraint, that is what is integrity constraint. So I'm not explaining this point here. In integrity constraints concept, I'll explain this point. Okay, but this is the fifth use case. For the already created table, if we wanted to add any new constraints, we can use alter command. Okay, only this much you just remember here. In the integrity constraints daily, we will see how we are going to add a constraint on the already created table. Okay, so this is about the alt command. Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
So So create, alter, drop. 3 commands are done. Next we have truncate and rename in DDL. Let's see. Next command is truncate. Okay. So truncate is a command basically used to remove complete data inside the table, but structure of the table will remain same. Okay. So just to show you truncate table once again, let me create employees one table once again. Okay. So I'll just go to this file. I'm just creating employees one table once again. Okay, it got created. I'm inserting the data. Let me display the data. Select star from employees one. Okay. We got the data. Just refreshing. We got employees one, both the tables. Okay. I just wanted to show you how we will use truncate command on employees one table. That is the reason I created. So what is truncate basically? Suppose if we face any scenario that we created a table, we have some data. Okay. Now I wanted to remove the data from inside the table. Whatever data I'm having inside the table, I wanted to remove all the data and I wanted to insert any new data. That is new data is given for me from the by the client from the client. I wanted to change the already existing data, but table structure I want same. Suppose in employees table, we are having employee ID, employee name, salary, date of joining. 4 columns only I want, but so far whatever employees data I'm having, I wanted to change that data. So in that scenario, simply we can use truncate command because whenever we are using truncate, whatever data we inserted already, okay, by using insert command, whatever data we inserted, all that data will be removed at a time. But the structure of the table, structure in the sense whatever we created by using create command, that is table name, column name, data types, right? That will be same only. Okay, let's check. The syntax here is truncate table name. That's it. So truncate table name is employees one. Okay. Just now we saw in employees one table we had 4 rows, right? Select start from employees one. 4 rows we have, 4 columns we have. But I'm saying I'm using truncate on the employees one table. It executed. Now once again let me display employees one. It will give me blank table. Only columns are there, but whatever 4 rows of data I had, that got removed. Because by using truncate, complete data will be removed, but the table structure is same. Now simply I can insert new data in the same table, right? Like that. In that scenario, actually, in the previous scenario, whatever I said, suppose my client wanted me to change the old data in the same table, he is giving me some new data. In that scenario, we can do that in 2 ways. One way is that either I can use drop command to remove the table. Then I need to use create command to create the table once again, and I can use insert command to insert the data. Or else, instead of using drop and create, directly what I can do, because table structure I want same only I wanted to remove the data, old data, and I wanted to insert the new data in the same table. In that scenario, instead of using drop and create, simply I can use truncate, so that whatever data I have, how many rows I have, if I have 2000 rows, 10,000 rows, no problem, all the rows at a time will be removed. And then simply I can use insert command, only rows will be removed, table structure will be same. So no need of using create command once again, the table will be existed already. Simply I can use insert and I can insert new data into the same table, right? Like that. Am I clear? So
Yes.
we'll prefer to use this concept in that scenario. If we want the table same, only if you want to change the data, we can use truncate and we can insert new data. Okay. So this is about truncate command. Next we have rename command. Okay. Obviously, we can understand easily. It is used to rename table name, right? To rename the column name, what we used alter command. Inside alter command, we used a rename keyword, and we said we are going to rename column. Right now, directly rename command we have, but it is used to rename the table name. Okay. Suppose after creating the table, if I wanted to rename the table name, then syntax will be rename table, old table name, new table name. Okay. So rename, maybe employees one, rename table. Employees one table is there, right? Now I'm just trying to rename employees one table name to EMP. This employees one, I'm just changing to EMP. Let's check. It got executed. Let's refresh. Now you can see I am having EMP and employees, because employees one table is changed to EMP. Okay, like that. Whenever we wanted to rename the table name, we will use rename command directly like this. Okay. With this, we are done with DDL commands. Okay. Create, alter, drop, truncate, and rename. Next, we have DML. DML, that is nothing but data manipulation language. Okay. And we have commands like insert, update, and delete. We have three commands inside DML. That is insert, update, and delete command. Okay. So insert we already learned, so I'm not repeating again. Basically, insert command is used to insert data inside the table, right? We already saw. Next, we have update command. So update command, with the name itself, we will understand. If we wanted to update any data, we already inserted the data. We already have some data in the table. But if I wanted to make any change on that particular data, if I wanted to make any update on the data, then we will use update command. Basically, use it to make changes in the data. Okay. Suppose select star from employees. Okay. So in employees table, we have data like this. In this, suppose instead of 52,000, I wanted to change this salary to 50,000. Imagine, maybe I entered wrong. Maybe I entered by mistakenly 52,000. I realized that the salary is 50,000 only. Or else any name, if I did any spelling mistake, I did any mistakes while entering any kind of data, or else if I get to know that the data got changed, then definitely I need to update the data, right? Suppose here now, for this particular John, I wanted to change salary from 52,000 to 50,000. Then definitely we will use update command, right? What will be the syntax here in the sense update table name set column name equals to value. Suppose let me write the example. Update employees table set salary equals to 50,000. Okay. If I execute these two lines, what will happen basically? Anyone? Any guess?
Everywhere 50,000 will be applied in the salary column.
Correct. Everywhere in the salary column for all the four rows, salary will become 50,000, right? Because actually what I said for John, I wanted to change salary 52,000 to 50,000. But I'm not mentioning that in the syntax. I'm just saying that go to employees table, set salary equals to 50,000. But I'm not saying where to change the salary, right? If we forget saying that, the salary will be changed to all the rows. Suppose if I'm having 8,000 rows, 10,000 rows, the salary will be updated for all the rows. So that is the reason every time whenever we are using update command and delete command, we need to be very careful. We need to use where condition. Okay, where and condition. So basically, before continuing with that, let's try to see about where clause. We'll have some clauses and operators in SQL. Going forward, we will have a separate class. Detailing, we will see many examples there. But here, as we are using where clause, what is where clause in the sense? Whenever we wanted to give any conditions, we can give that conditions inside where clause. Basically, it is used to give conditions. Inside where clause only we will give the conditions. So where clause is used to give conditions, and accordingly the data will be updated, deleted, or filtered. That is nothing but if I use where clause in update command, according to that condition, the data will be updated. If I use where clause in delete command, according to that condition, the data will be deleted. If I use where clause in select command, according to that condition, the data will be filtered. Okay, about this we will learn going forward. For now, just understand that whenever we wanted to give any conditions, we will give that conditions inside where clause. Okay, so here also, definitely, what is my condition? I want to change salary to 50,000 for this particular John, that is employee ID 3. That is my condition. I need to mention that. So to mention that, I'll use where and I'll write where employee ID equals to 3. Then what will happen? Only for this row, the salary will become 50,000, right? If we miss this line, for all the 4 rows, the salary will become 50,000, which is a mistake, which is a blunder, right? So every time, whenever we are using update or delete command, definitely we need to use where clause. We should not forget about it. Where we wanted to make that change, where we wanted to delete the data, that thing we need to mention. Suppose here I wrote employee ID equals to 3. Of course, even I can write where employee name equals to John. In this data, that is okay. But sometimes we can have multiple names also, right? Same names for multiple persons. Even I can expect two Johns also, right? That is the reason we don't prefer to use employee names. If I'm writing in this scenario, John is, if I mention employee name equals to John, that is also correct. But suppose by mistakenly, by chance, if I have two Johns in my employees table, then the data will be updated to the two rows. Okay, that is the reason every time we need to use ID columns only, because ID columns will be unique all the time. We will learn about it in integrity constraints. But basically, for suppose, let's forget about technical things. Let's think about it logically. In one company, okay, maybe sometimes employee names can be same. Of course, first names will be different, but let's just think that sometimes employee names can be same. But whereas employee ID, everyone will have our own unique employee ID, right? You will have your own ID, I will have my own ID. Anyone can't have same IDs, right? Two persons can't have same ID. Every time by default, employee IDs will be unique. That is the reason whenever we are using where clause, we need to use ID columns, because it will be unique, and only in that column it will, the update will be take place. Okay, so now let's execute this. It got executed. Now let me display the data. Select star from employees. You can see I got 50,000 for employee ID 3. Okay, that is about update command. Now let me give you one more example. Suppose if I say if every employee 10% salary bonus and add that bonus column in the table. This is my question. What is my question? I'm saying that every employee, I wanted to give 10% as their salary bonus, and I need to add the bonus column also into the table. Currently, in employees table, we don't have bonus column, right? Select star from employees. In employees table, I don't have bonus column. First, I wanted to add bonus column, and I wanted to give the values in the bonus column. That is 10% of the of their salary is my condition. So what I need to do first, let me add bonus column. To add a new column in the existing table, what command we will use? Alter command, right?
Alter.
Yeah. Alter table name, that is employees, add column. My column name is bonus, and maybe I'll use float as a data type, right? I'm just adding a new column called as bonus in employees table. Now let's check, select star from employees. We got bonus column, but for now we didn't inserted any data, so it is showing me null values. So, but let me insert the data. What data I wanted to give? I wanted to give for every employee 10% salary bonus on their salary. 10% I wanted to give as a bonus. So definitely I'll use update command here. Update table name, that is employees, set bonus equals to 10% of the salary. In the sense I can use this formula, right? 0.1 into salary. As it is 10%, I can write it as 0.1 into salary. Right? So that is nothing but 10% of their salary we are giving as a bonus. So now, do I need to use where clause here?
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
right? Because what is our question? Every employee we are giving the 10% only. That is, our condition is same for every employee. When we will use where clause? Suppose if we are updating data for any particular person, then only we will use any particular row. If we are updating, then only we will use where clause. But here for all the employees, we are giving 10% salary bonus. So no need of using where clause. Directly we can update this. Okay. Now let's check. Select star from employees. We got the 10% of bonus, that is from 56,000, 5,600, right? The reason why I gave you this example in the sense, it's not that without where clause we cannot use update. Sometimes according to the scenarios, we won't use where clause also. That is whenever we are updating data everywhere for, and whenever we are giving same condition at that time, without where clause also we can work. Okay. So definitely we need to think logically. According to the questions, we need to understand whether we need to use where clause or not. Okay. This is about update command. Next we have delete command. Basically, by saying the name itself, you will understand it is used to delete or it is used to remove any particular row. Okay. Row or rows. Suppose select star from employees. I'm having 4 rows here. If I wanted to remove this last row, okay. So definitely I need to use delete command, and the syntax will be like delete from table name where condition. Here also definitely we need to use where condition. We need to say which row we wanted to delete. Okay. So delete from table name, that is employees, where which row we wanted to delete. I can say employee ID equals to 4. Okay. This last row I wanted to delete. So employee ID equals to 4. I'm saying that go to employees table and I wanted to delete employee ID is 4. Wherever employee ID is 4 is there, that row we are deleting. So it got executed. Now once again, let's check select star from employees. We will have only 3 rows because we just now deleted 4th row. Okay, like that. Every time delete command is used to remove any particular row or rows also. Okay, if you wanted to remove multiple rows also, we can remove by using delete command. How we will remove in the sense, we will use some operators concept which we will learn going forward. Okay. Suppose if I wanted to remove 3rd row and 4th row, then we will use AND operator in between, which we will learn going forward. Okay. So this is about delete command. Now, important interview question, difference between drop, truncate, I'll just remove this. Drop versus truncate versus delete. Important interview questions. Interview question. Even for freshers or up to 2 or 3 years of experience people, we can expect this question in interviews. What is the difference between drop, truncate, and delete? One important interview question we discussed yesterday, that is the difference between char and varchar. And this is the second, in this, in the topic wise I'm explaining, this is the second question. Drop versus truncate versus delete. Of course, I'm just explaining extra points here. It's not that, even this concept is also important only. In interviews, we can expect if they will ask, if they say that if we wanted to remove any column, which command we will use, in the sense we will use alter command, we need to write that syntax. Okay. Like that also we can expect. But this is the most important interview question. So we don't have any other differences, but just we will explain about the functionality of each command here. That is what this command will do. What will happen if we use drop? The complete table will be removed, right? That is what we need to explain. Whenever we are using drop, complete table, if we are using drop on the table name, the complete table will be removed. If we are using truncate, only the complete data inside the table will be removed, but the structure of the table will be seen. Delete basically is used to remove any particular row. Okay, whatever I explained till now, that points only you need to explain. That is not, no, we don't have any extra differences. We need to just explain the functionality. What will happen if we use this commands? Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. So with this, we are done with DDL and DML. Next DCL, maybe I'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Tomorrow, this is our last demo, as you know, right? So whoever will get registered for them by tomorrow morning, you will get a new Zoom link. Please follow that link and join tomorrow at 6 o'clock only. Okay. And till now, I think we got 2 registers. And one more important thing, maybe I didn't set this today. This is an add-on batch from Monday. From next Monday, the timing will be from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. We have already students there. We will just add you. We will, you guys will join them. Okay, till Monday, I'll just finish the concepts, whatever I explained to them already.
Ma'am, batch will be from Monday to Friday, correct?
Correct. Monday to Friday.
And you are going to merge this batch from next Monday onwards.
Correct.
Okay. And tomorrow, can you show the installation part, ma'am?
Yes, tomorrow I'll show the installation process. First, anyone just bring your laptop so that you can share your screen and I'll show you the installation process.
Okay.
Okay. And tomorrow is Thursday, right? Suppose, of course, we didn't change the link yet, as today is a demo class. Tomorrow will be our first main class, but we got 2 registrations so far. But whoever registered already, I just wanted to ask you, just 2 days, like Thursday and Friday, is that okay for you if I take the class from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock? That is 2 hours. Is that okay for you? If you are okay, then only I'll take, or else I'll take only 1 hour. Shrikant, I think you already registered, right?
Yeah, yes.
Is it okay for you if I take 2 hours of class, at least
Yeah,
one and
that
a
is
half
fine.
hour, so that we can
Yeah,
cover the
fine.
concepts actually. Usually, immediately we will start the batch. This time it took little bit time, so I need to cover 3 or 4 concepts for you. I'll explain slowly only. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If I didn't complete till Friday, I'll continue on Monday. I already said to that students that will be kind of revision for them. They will again listen that classes, no problem. But still, I wanted to take, because tomorrow I will show installation process, maybe half an hour will be go for that only, right? So if you are okay, we have one more student, she didn't attend it today, but tomorrow and after tomorrow I'll take 2 hours. At least I'll wind up soon, at least 1.5 hours I'll take. Okay.
Yeah, okay. From Monday onwards, what will be the timings?
7 to 8, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay, great. All right then. So as you know, the session, this complete, I already said in the previous class, Once we are done with integrity constraints, I'll give you a real-time database that is on movies database. On that database only, we will learn remaining concepts very practically. We will solve many examples. Okay. And the course duration is of 35 days, 35 sessions I'll take Monday to Friday. Okay. And the course fees is only 3,000. Whoever will get registered by tomorrow morning, they will get a new Zoom link. Just check your mails, whatever mail ID you given to the admin team. Follow that link and connect tomorrow. Okay. And don't forget to bring your laptops. Just log in by using your systems tomorrow so that I'll show the installation process. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.